didn't I see you come on? But I know why you're here. You are wondering, why am I, Rosanna Hosanna Banana, appearing at your awards banquet, right? I'll tell you. I'm the only one with all the facts. And I'm not afraid to use them. Over the years, the Hart Theater Company has honored a number of people whose artistic contributions have proved invaluable to our creative process. People like founder and director Bobby Jeffrey, musical director Bruce Barrett, costume designer Candy Roberts. And, well, there are a few people we threw in there because, well, we knew we could make fun of them. People like Clay Cronky, TJ Schwenk, Marshall Guthrie, David Wiegert.
Bring on the Nightingale of Samarkand!
Nightingale? They told me Chippendale!
Noticeably absent from this list is one of our foundational components, one leg of the golden triad of Hart directors, a creative genius, a great humanitarian, and my dearest, dearest friend for 27 years. That's right, you guessed it. Tonight we'll review and celebrate the life and times of Beckie Lucas. As choreographer for Hart Theater Company, founder of Kids of America and Dancing by Beckie, choreographer, teacher, and coach for the T-Pack dance program, and director of Tiffany Performing Arts Center, Beckie Lucas has touched countless lives in ways we cannot even imagine. Here are just a few of the families and individuals she's influenced over the years.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. You thought it was a joke, and so you laughed. You laughed when I had said that losing you would make me flip my lid. Right? You know you laughed. I heard you laugh. You laughed, and then you left. But now you know I'm utterly mad. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the happy home with trees and flowers and chirping birds and basket weavers who sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha.
Though many of you may think of her as teacher, coach, mentor, or friend, just as many of you think of her as the mom of some of your friends. One of her greatest legacies is the dynasty of performers that she and her husband, David Lucas, have spawned for Hart Speech and Theater, now called Hart Theater Company. Brooke, her oldest, was the first to grace the HTC board, starring in Hello Dolly and Much Ado About Nothing. Although most of us didn't even realize it was Beckie Lucas's daughter, because the program had her listed as Brooke Tennille. Apparently, the product of Beckie's earlier alliance with the captain. Sadly, Brooke's first marriage ended quickly. But with the second one, she really hit pay dirt. That's right. Brooke's marriage to Dan Kuttner paved our connection to Broadway. Yes, Beckie's son-in-law is a hotshot director in New York and assistant to legendary Broadway producer and director Hal Prince. So be nice to Beckie, because she can get you a part in a Broadway play. So far, no grandchildren, but there are granddogs. Tyler was next.
Though classically trained as a Shakespearean actor,
and claiming to despise musicals, Tyler delighted us all with his full-bodied and rollicking portrayal of the Pirate King in Pirates of Penzance. Next in line was Josiah, that mischievous, high-spirited imp who delighted us all with his good humor and hijinks in the early days of T-Pack. Josiah now prefers to remain out of the spotlight. A computer wizard and self-styled recluse, he splits his time between designing revolutionary weapon system for the Defense Department and amassing a vast wealth through internet trading. Then came Zach, who snagged his first starring role at age 9. Who can forget his heart-wrenching portrayal as that, what's-his-name, ant kid in Pennsylvania? He's played a wide variety of characters, but my personal favorite was that of General Schmitz in Seussical. Hey, Zach, nice suit. Zach is currently taking a sabbatical from performing to pursue his 2 other loves, Eagle Scouting and older women. After Zach was Noah. You know, that dance bug that bit Beckie so hard really landed in a big way on her 2 youngest children. Noah, another regular face on the board here at Heart Speech and Theater, Heart Theater Company, is himself an accomplished dancer and winner of 2 national championship trophies. He also has inherited his mother's acting ability. Yes, in case you didn't know it, Beckie does act occasionally. And do karaoke. Noah won all our hearts with his sensitive portrayal of Jojo in Seussical. Unfortunately, he developed an allergic reaction from overexposure to cat dander and refuses to act until it goes away. Hannah, youngest in the long line of the Lucas children, has inherited much through its legacy. Of all her children, Hannah most displays her mother's love of the dance. She's a seasoned dance team member and has been a dancer in every hot production since 1993. However, she wants to be very clear about the fact that she has never heard of anyone named Tennille, and she has no knowledge of any liaison between her mother and the shadowy figure known as the captain. Shall we tell her? Could there be other skeletons in Beckie's closet? If we're going to get an accurate picture of Beckie Lucas, and believe me, pictures are really hard to come by, and if we're going to trace her personal journey from darkness into light, we've got to start at the beginning. Rebecca Romans was born on June 10, 1958, to Shirley and Ben Romans. She began taking dance classes at age 3. It was a life-changing event. Once unleashed, this dance monster had Beckie body, soul, and spirit. It just about drove her teachers crazy with that persistent tapping all the time.
Beckie, stop tapping.
What? Stop it!
As her talent blossomed and her skill increased, unfortunately, Beckie began to fall prey to the insidious spirit that plagues many performers, the need to succeed at any cost. Beckie learned early on that one way to win a first-place trophy was to eliminate the competition.
Let's shake it up, baby.
Yay, look, Becky Lucas won this little trophy thingy. Woo!
Becky's mean.
She still relies occasionally on this sneaky tactic. At the recent American Dance and Drill Team competition in Denton, Texas, our surveillance camera captured Becky snitching the music CDs of competing teams. Becky, gotcha! But this was only the beginning of Becky's descent into the dark side. In high school, as her life became more and more consumed with the dance, her expenses skyrocketed. To pay for the lessons, the competition fees, all the costuming, Becky began dealing to her schoolmates.
You mean you just transact business right here?
Sure, there's no teachers around.
I don't know. What if I don't like the stuff?
Becky's cool. She only deals in the top brand stuff, and the first one's always free. So if you don't like it, you don't have to buy anymore.
Alright.
Hey, Becky, I got a new student for you.
Great. Was wondering when you'd come around.
Well, I'd like to score one for myself. You know the flavor I like.
No problemo. You know, the free flavor, it's always cinnamon. But keep in mind, I have a variety. Now, Gabriel here always gets peppermint. That'll be a quarter.
As Becky's coffers grew, so did her love of money. She found she could use it to buy just about anything. She expanded her base of operation to the local drive-in, where she posed as a waitress. One day, her camaraderie with another employee led to a life-changing event.
And Thousand Island dressing on the side. That's it.
Hey! Did you check out the new talent in the kitchen? The boss hired 2 new cooks. I know. That one's a real dream though. Wouldn't it be great if you could order up a new boyfriend as easy as you do a burger? Maybe you can.
It may have started as a mistake, but it was destiny.
So, how do you like working here?
Oh, it's okay. You know, it's a job. It's not what I want to do forever, but the people are nice.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Could still use a break, you know, come fall.
What's happening in the fall?
Well, I'll be in school. I'm a senior.
I'm a senior too.
It wasn't until months later, when his heart was clearly owned by Becky, that David learned that she was only a senior in high school, not in college like he was. I know. That sounds like big trouble to me too. And Becky's mom was concerned about what might happen when Becky went to Rolla, Missouri one weekend to visit David's frat house.
Becky who? Who's she with? She's over by the pole. Hold on, let's go get her. It's for you. It's long distance.
Over here.
Oh, hi, Mom. Wow, how'd you find me?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, come on, Mom. You got nothing to worry about. Yeah, I'm at a party. But, you know, I don't drink. Nope. I'm gonna drop. I'll be back Sunday. Okay, see you then. Hey, when I get back, we need to find a piggly wiggly supermarket. That's for the frat house. I saw their food. And they have the best oranges.
David, Lucas, and Becky soon became an item. Fortunately for Becky, David was a willing dance partner and a quick learner. Soon the local disco floors were set ablaze with the choreography of Becky Lucas. Wasn't just dancing for fun. It was also about the money. She opened her very own dance studio, and then she expanded to 2, and then to 3. The money was pouring in.
Okay, shut up.
Becky liked the feeling of being in charge. Look out for number 1 became her motto. And once she acquired a taste for power, there was no stopping her. Though she and David got married, started raising a family, her descent into the dark side continued. She even began to flirt with the occult. Mind over matter.
Hey, David, look what I can do.
Before long, she was seduced by another popular movement. Yes, Beckie became a card-carrying feminist. She even gained entry into the exclusive Society of the Silver Scissors, a feminist group dedicated to the emasculation of men. Some of the leaders even tapped Beckie to choreograph a man-stomping dance that spread across the country like wildfire at feminist gatherings.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore, and I know too much to go back and pretend.
As the dance spread, so did Beckie's fame. And with her fame came entry into even more disreputable activities. Here we see her being initiated into ARP, the Association of Readily Reprehensible Pirates, no doubt hoping to become its first woman president. From the world standards, she had it all. A beautiful family, a thriving business, and quirky and unusual pastimes.
But was she happy? Far from it.
She began to see that money, power, fame, feminism, the occult, and even piracy left her empty. Yes, her life was a cauldron of darkness. That's when it happened. She was invited to a luncheon where she had a life-changing experience. She received Jesus Christ as her personal Lord and Savior. Something that totally changed her mindset, her values, her desires, even the way she looked.
Hallelujah! 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 Hallelujah!
The beginning of her road to redemption. Beckie realized she could no longer keep living the way she had been. She needed to knock self off the throne of her heart. She knew she must quit dancing, close her studios, and become a stay-at-home mom and obedient wife. She renounced feminism, the occult, and piracy. She even attended some kind of Bible college somewhere, hoping to discover the plans that God had for her life. But she was missing her creative outlet. It was during this period that she tried her hand as a writer. Her two best-known works are the musical play, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, and the song, Why Can't a Woman Be More Like a Man? She also began homeschooling. It was a life-changing event.
I think I'm really going to like homeschooling. The homeschooling community here in Kansas City seems to really encourage its individuality of its children.
Oh yes! Individuality is what we're all about!
Homeschooling had its ups and downs for Beckie. Like moms in other large families, Once the kids were settled in with some kind of seat work or other, sometimes Becky would take the opportunity to put one of the older kids in charge and pop out to run an errand or two. And it wasn't until months later that she discovered what really went on while she was gone.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I think it's on the Josiah. Zach Lucas, you do not hate your brother. Noah! Zach, you guys stop it right now. Noah! Stop! Oh, no, not the... Oh, stop! Oh, stay right here. Oh.
Becky figured maybe she just needed to get the kids out of the house a little bit more. And she was hungry to see people dance again. So she went to see a heart, speech, and theater musical production of High Tops. It was a life-changing event. That's where she met fellow homeschool mom and director Bobby Jeffrey, a woman who wanted to reclaim the arts for Christ, a woman who wanted to use theater to help homeschoolers develop confidence so they could more boldly share their faith in public, a woman who really needed a choreographer. Becky saw a way to combine her long-neglected love and need for dance with her newfound faith in Christ. The two women formed a fast friendship, and Becky has been Bobby's choreographer ever since. Striving for excellence, they decided that their annual productions could only get better if the kids could actually have some kind of training in acting, singing, dancing, maybe musical instruments, who knows. So, voila! Tiffany Performing Arts Center was born. It was a life-changing event. The total impact of Becky Lucas on TPAC students and the Hart Theater Company is hard to measure. Take, for example, this most recent brouhaha.
Hello, Isaac.
What? Who's there?
It's me. Facebook.
Facebook? What do you want?
Use me, Isaac. Use me.
But I can't. It's against the rules.
But don't you want to know where your aunt's funeral is being held?
I do want to know where my aunt's funeral is being
And
held.
what about your open house? Don't you want to know who's coming?
I do, but it's against the rules. And I can't.
It's okay, Isaac. No one will ever know. We can be together.
All right, I'll do it. What? Stop, you! Give me that! Stop!
Well, be that as it may, you got to admit that probably Becky's greatest gift to us is the volume of outstanding, unique, and distinctive choreography that she created for our kids to perform. If you'd like to better appreciate her work and be able to recognize it whenever you see it, you need to learn some of her trademark moves. Let's take a little look at some of Becky Lucas' choreography through the years and see what surfaces.
With flair, culinary cabaret. You're alone and you're scared, but the banquet's all prepared and no one's gloomy or complaining while the flatware's entertaining.
Major general, I've information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I knew the kings of England and I caught the flights historical. From there I thought to Waterloo in order categorical.
Here's where she meets Prince Charming.
Me too.
shout, enough, I'm done!
Consideration with another. A policeman's lot is not a happy one.
Come try, come squeeze, come swift, but we have things to do.
Before you decide to be a goody-goody, think of all the things you're gonna miss.
A most ingenious paradox. Ha 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 ha. It's paradox. On the wrist that on us press, and a preferential lack to our chance of coming back.
A friendly place with rows of windows facing the sea.
Wherever we sleep, if prices are steep,
we'll always sleep cheaper together.
play. Oh.
One big love will understand me. Oh, 100 stories they all pay me.
Tune as old as song.
We're human again, only human again. We'll go waltzing those old 1, 2, 3s.
in a highly nervous state.
The pirate king, and it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king.
Yes, it is amazing. Oh, the memories she's helped us create through her dances. Now, you may think that Becky Lucas has a lot of natural talent for choreography and teaching. Nah, not at all. I know Becky Lucas. Becky Lucas is a friend of mine. And on her own, she's got nothing. Nothing. Even she is the first one to admit that any glory or adulation that comes to her for these things goes straight up to the one who gave her the desire to dance in the first place. That audience of one that she's always telling the kids they should be performing for. Wait, I'm sorry. I just have to stop here because I need to clear up a little bit of confusion that some people seem to have about this whole audience of one concept. Cast members. When she's talking about the audience of one, it's about a heart attitude thing, not your personal quota for ticket sales. Right, Monette? And as far as heart attitude goes, Becky admits that any display of the character Christ in her life comes directly from him. So, as you listen to these last comments by a few of her friends and students, know who really gets the credit.
Becky Lucas is the nicest dance teacher I ever known. Did you know that Becky Lucas is awesome?
She puts up with us.
She's the best teacher that I ever known.
Hey, Mom. You're an amazing teacher and even better mom. I love you. Bye.
Becky, I don't know what kind of chocolate you eat, but I would like some.
Approaching us about
Becky's the most gracious and patient woman I have ever known in my entire life. I don't know how you do it, but we love you, Becky.
Becky's a wonderful individual. She's so
and you can deliver them, that's fine.
incredible and so thoughtful about the program, but she's got this weird obsession about cleaning vehicles. I just don't understand.
She's a teacher extraordinaire, and she's a good dance teacher, and yeah. And she's totally awesome. Yeah, she's totally awesome.
Don't ever do this around Becky.
She teaches us really well, and she makes good dances, and she's awesome.
Okay, Becky, I'm asking for a raise. Translating for you is getting a lot harder these days. Running low on the cash flow. Becky's short. Becky's tall.
Well, two things about Becky. First, she's always had the neatest choreography, and my very favorite of all time is Mission Impossible. I thought that was the coolest dance ever. And the other thing about Becky is that she's always ready to laugh. So if you need a pick me up, you need a laugh, just go to Becky.
She's my top friend on Facebook.
All I have to say is that Becky is fierce.
She's a miracle worker. Thank you, Becky.
Bless your beautiful hide wherever you may be. We ain't met yet, but I'm a willing to bet you're the gal for me. Bless your beautiful hide, you're just as good as lost. I don't know your name, but I'm mistaking my claim, lest your eyes is crossed. Oh, I'd swap my gun and I'd swap my mule, though whoever took it would be one big fool. Or pay your way through cooking school if in you would say I do. Bless your beautiful hide, prepare to bend your knee, and take that vow, 'cause I'm a-tellin' you now, you're the gal for me. Pretty and trim, but kinda slim, heavenly eyes, but oh, that size, she's gotta be right to be the bride for me. Bless your beautiful hide, wherever you may be. Pretty and trim, but not too slim, heavenly eyes and just the right size, simple and sweet and sassy as can be. Bless her beautiful hide, yes, she's the girl